Hello, students of algebra. This is Saxon Algebra 2, Lesson 26A, Trinomial Factoring, which is also known as the sum and product game in my classroom. The sum and product game goes like this. You are given two numbers, a sum, and a product. To win, you must think of the two numbers that, when added, equal the sum, and, when multiplied together, equal the product. For example, the sum equals -3 and the product equals -10. The numbers you are looking for are, go ahead and pause if you want to play along, -5 and +2. When added, -5 plus 2 equals -3, which is the sum. When multiplied, -5 times 2 equals -10, the product. Factoring trinomials includes playing the sum and product game. Trinomials have the form x squared plus the sum times x plus the product. For example, x squared minus 7x plus 12. The sum equals -7. The product equals 12. We need the two numbers. So 12 equals 4 times 3, and 4 plus 3 equals 7, but we need a sum that's -7. So 12 also equals -4 times -3, and -4 plus -3 equals -7, home free. Our two numbers are -4 and -3. The factors are x minus 4 and x minus 3. X squared minus 7x plus 12, when factored, equals x minus 4 times x minus 3. Recall that a factor is a part of a multiplication. Factoring trinomials means turning a sum into a multiplication. Here is a sum, x squared minus 7x plus 12. Here is the sum turned into a multiplication. X minus 4 in parentheses times x minus 3 in parentheses. The sum is the answer to the multiplication. Factoring is like undoing the sum and getting back to the multiplication. On to the examples. Example 1 is simply the sum and product game. Try it on your own. Have fun. Example 2 reminds us that we shouldn't work with -x squared. Rule: no coefficients in front of the x squared term. When you see -x squared, it means there is a coefficient of -1 in front of the x squared term, which breaks the rule. We get rid of -x squared by factoring the -1 out. Factoring the -1 out, so we start with -x squared plus 5x plus 14, and when we factor the -1 out, we get -1 times in parentheses plus x squared minus 5x minus 14. Notice how the signs of everything in the trinomial changed. But if you distribute the -1 over the new trinomial, you're back to the original. So now we're going to factor -x squared plus 5x plus 14, which we already factored one factor out, equals -1 times x squared minus 5x minus 14. Now we play the sum and product game. The sum is -5 and the product is -14. So -14 equals -2 times 7. -2 plus 7 equals 5. Close but no cigar. So -14 also equals 2 times -7, and 2 plus -7 equals -5. We have the numbers 2 and -7. Finally factored, -1 times x plus 2 in parentheses times x minus 7 in parentheses. Don't forget the -1, it's a factor too. So example 2, summing it up. When you factor a trinomial like this that has a minus x squared term, the first step is to factor out the minus 1. Then play the sum and product game, and you're finished. You have 3 factors. But there are 2 other possible solutions, each of which has only 2 factors. Both come from distributing the minus 1 factor. So if we distribute the minus 1 over the x plus 2 factor, we get minus x minus 2 in parentheses times x minus 7. And if we distribute the minus 1 factor over the x minus 7 term, we get x plus 2 in parentheses times minus x plus 7. Remember, multiplication is commutative. You can rearrange the factors. As a teacher, I accept any of these 3 forms as the solution. All right, here's example 3. This reminds us of another rule. Always work with expressions that are in descending order by degree. So we put it in descending order by degree, and we get minus 3x squared plus 6x plus 24. But we still have a rule breaker. The x squared term has a coefficient, and it's negative. So we factor out the coefficient, and there we have minus 3 as a factor, and minus 3x squared divided by minus 3 plus 6x divided by minus 3 plus 24 divided by minus 3 will ensure that we get the correct trinomial. So simplifying, we have minus 3 times x squared minus 2x minus 8. Play the sum and product game, and you have minus 3 times x minus 4 times x plus 2. Minus 4 plus 2 equals minus 2, which is the sum, and minus 4 times plus 2 equals minus 8, which was the product. There they are. Finished. We have our 3 factors. The other 2 possible answers are minus 3x plus 12 times x minus 2 and x minus 4 times minus 3x minus 6. Pretty cool. Example 4 puts your factor out the greatest common factor skills to work. Here's the problem. Factor 32x squared plus 12x cubed minus 2x to the 4th. This is a trinomial. It has 3 terms, but I see 2 major problems. It is not in descending order by degree. And what's up with x cubed and x to the 4th? So here we go. Step 1, put it in descending order by degree. That gives us minus 2x 4th plus 12x cubed plus 32x squared. Factor out the greatest common factor, which turns out to be 2x squared. This gives us 2x squared times minus x squared plus 6x plus 16. Not quite. This left us with a rule breaker. So if we factor out minus 2x squared, we end up with a trinomial x squared minus 6x minus 16. We're good to go. Time for the sum and product game. Our first factor was minus 2x squared. Our other 2 factors are minus 8 and plus 2. So we have x minus 8 and x plus 2. Finished. And in this case, because we factored out minus 2x squared and not just a constant or not just a number, this is the best choice for the final answer. Previews of coming attractions. Later on, we will learn how to factor the rule breaker trinomials. In other words, the trinomials with a coefficient on the x squared term. That is the next level in the sum and product game. I hope this video helped you to master this material. See you next time.